The mics are blood clot open. Check.
Select accent for the podcast.
Calvin always late.
Welcome back to the podcast. This is The Mics Are Open. My name is Ashley.
Andy Young.
Neville.
Big C.
Episode 190. I'm sorry.
That's how Big C had introduced. Don't you see the way he's missed?
Okay.
If he misses one episode, guys are saying he's the spoon that stirs this tea.
I was like, wow, you guys, suddenly you're poetic. All of a sudden you're poetic.
Damn. The spoon that stirs the tea.
Salute.
I
got a DM. Some lady was like, "Oh, you're such a sapiosexual." I'm like, I was like, I got time today. I already know the meaning, but I'm like, riddle me. What does that mean? They're like, you're so intelligent. They're like, I'm like, oh, you discovered this at episode what? They're like 187. I'm like, do we ever remember what episode we spoke about?
No. Was that the lawyer one?
But kusema ukweli, when also me wacha niringe, when I get those DMs, I usually take them with a pinch of salt. I'm usually not believing. Like, Calvin, do you believe that story?
Which one?
The way she's telling you, you're sapiosexual. You know what she wants to do, right?
She wants
to delete all those sapios and sexual. She just wants the sex.
but you know, it's interesting. Of course, man, the field we're in, right? So there's obviously going to be all of those comments and everything. But for me, I appreciate them. But there's some that are usually a bit awkward. You know, ever so often you get some that are so awkward.
True.
Like you eka something. What was it? The other day I posted up a picture, a video of this guy who's like, all I want for Christmas is flights to Dubai, what.
Habibti.
And some chile DM'd me and is like, baby, I could do all of that for you.
Oh, come on.
Yes.
And you're here with
2023, we are not dealing with broke girls. I like that. Calvin. So like fake friends, you have to give them time. You know, we're cutting them off soon. But I like what you've said, bro, about that, because I feel also kind of the same way, especially in our field. Like when it comes to the TikTok, like the comment section in TikTok and Instagram and all these other places are way different. TikTok is on a different level. Like recently I uploaded a video. Shout out Boutros, Angie.
That song is a banger.
Shake your body. Hey. Shout out Boutros, manze. And shout out Angela's. Finally, they were represented. Ashley's yako
We need one for Ashley.
That's true. But yeah,
so like the comments is how?
Yeah, so as I was, we put up a video of doing the challenge with Boutros, and you know, the few comments, guys were calling me Mubabas and telling me I can lick that Mubaba, and I'm like, I'm not a Mubaba, guys. Lick me.
I think it's time we go back and check the comment section now.
Mikubaya, man, just go and do something there. But yeah, I don't know how you all.
So you wouldn't go like, okay, I know I'm not buying into it, but let me just act foolish.
Yeah, I just hit the like. Yeah, I just hit the like, because it's just a random person. Comments are comments. I never take them too seriously.
So you wouldn't let a shorty maybe in your DMs, ama metona kwenye comment section aende all the way.
No, let me be honest, baby. If you're commenting like for everybody to see, I like that. It's different because sometimes even me as a man, yes, I see all the comments from guys when Shori puts up a good photo of herself, Yeah. But then me, I'm usually the guy who wants to go there, send to her, and then write, my comment to her, and then DM my.
With your chest,
no, I agree.
Exactly. So when someone actually comments and be like, "Yo, baby, nakupenda,"
funny enough, I've come to realize I'm not much of a like on Instagram. It's so weird, right?
Okay.
Like I don't go through static. What are they called?
Your
carousel.
static post.
I go through more stories.
You're more of a
Do you like and interact with stories?
I'll interact. If you've got like a question or something, I'll reply. I'll
For sure, there's
like,
only.
nini.
Do you,
But
do
me,
you
like,
send emojis? Do you send reactions like
Reaction
fire
emojis.
emojis?
if some shit is dope, man. Like
No.
I've got some.
Stop
There's
it,
a friend of mine called K-Buzz, right?
Yeah.
He's a Nigerian who's out of the UK. He posts dumb shit all the damn time. So me, I'm those ones for. I'm a constant person for. Yo, send me this clip. Send me this clip. Send me this.
You're
clip.
one of those
Like,
guys.
I love dumb shit, right?
Yeah.
But carousel, not really.
I feel you though.
But you know,
Wow.
I've come to like off of now doing all of this influencer work, bro. Like interacting with like things like Taga and what, bro. Like you learn so much, bro. You know, funny enough, you can't fake it. Imagine you can be a person who thinks I can influence whatever, bro. Your Instagram will expose you.
Yeah.
Your interaction rate,
Yeah.
what,
Engagement, yeah.
engagement, iko pale tu maziwa lala.
Can I also add to that, like being an influencer and going through the many stages? Kitambo ulikuwa unakubali kulipwa na product and whatnot, but now you're more of the bag, you know.
Yeah.
And when you talk about influencing, like right now, like the game, like it's up there. Like I can say at least guys are not like for Calvin. Yo, I saw your post the other day and you were acting and you were talking to yourself. You're doing one of those monologue things with your helmet and your bike and whatnot. And I was just like, wow. I don't know if long time ago when we were in Galana and whatnot, did you think of yourself like, yo, putting out content like is it, you know?
No, it's one of those things, to be honest. Progress. You know, you're always
Plus
doubting
dready.
yourself.
Yeah.
Like you're always just like you're like
Kadready.
man,
Kadready pia.
Can I do it?
Yeah.
Then you just hear how much fees is getting. Sijui what?
Bring
Sijui
that
job.
Sijui what? I'm like, bro, I need more ways to make money. God damn. And
Kweli.
you know, it's just a thing, right?
Yeah.
But for me, I've really been pushing myself creatively in that. I've learned my best ideas, especially for like influencing work, come to me at 5:30 when I'm in the shower. Okay? Imagine. Like 5:30 I'm in the
Ideas.
shower. I literally pressure my brain ever since I discovered.
Is that the only thing you're pressuring?
Guys,
Calvin.
focus.
Pressuring other brains, bro.
The idea for you.
Ati unanyonga mpaka kichwa. You see what I did there?
Oh my
Yeah, so like I consistently, you know how guys are always like, you read about Modiawari, how he always used to say, oh, I swim in the morning. It's a routine. So now me, I've made my routine think about ideas and what I want to do, then what. So now like I'll tell anybody who I work with what. I'm like, yo, this is the idea, nini. Like I'll even send viral messages at that time. You can say 6 o'clock, I'm a patap up, because I thought about it. But I love watching content that's been put out there. But also I think for me, having worked in advertising has kind of helped, because you understand what. But yo, the other day, man, I watched what Just Ivy and Georgie Dirango put out for Samsung.
Yeah, it was really
Man,
good.
I was out there in the living room, mad. I'm like, fuck this niggas.
Yeah, it's a good thing that creatives
damn.
are going above and beyond, because also when you're getting into that space, for those who will get opportunities next year to get into that space, you're like, where game yangu haiwezi kuwa down. You have to be on that big level.
Alafu unajua, you go talk to like some of these clients, wanakuambia, but why can't you do what they're doing? Unaambia, bro, hey, but it's progress, you know.
Nataka to backtrack the DM conversation that you just brought up in the question that you asked. I'd like to get Ashley's perspective, because she recently went on a date. After our brother sent her 10 G's, man.
We need a continuation. Part 2.
It was on the...
Since Calvin is the spoon that stirs this thing around, that you might as well get started.
If you haven't watched the Minisode, I talked about this last week. Yeah. And last week's Minisode. There's a fan who reached out to me, was just like, yo, Ash, I like you. I was just like, oh, sweet. Told me, let me buy you lunch, blah, blah. Send me till number, your number, whatever. So I sent him my other number. A few minutes later, I get 10 G's in my account. I'm just like, God damn, okay.
Yes, sir.
It gets better. He goes like, the next time you're on a date, let me know so that I can pay for it. This guy was just highly thumping
We know
his
those
chest.
moves.
Anyway, so clearly he stayed in my DM because we went on a date.
Mm-hmm.
So
How was the date?
Was on Thursday. It was very nice.
1 out of 10?
It was very nice. I'll give it a 9.
Damn,
So
that's
basically-
9 out
so
of
basically
10.
from-
Wow.
The way
Damn.
this sounds is like, actually you're selling tickets.
What?
Yeah, see, the guy sent you 10K.
And
Then you went on a date. You nika ticket kuochi ukiperform live. Bro, it's not a bad business.
Pochi la biashara.
oh my
If
god.
you're in the comments right now, www.ashleyModoi.
Wallahi,
No.
weka till
Find
number.
my feet.
No, I'm not selling my dates.
Yo, listen.
It sounds like a lucrative business. though.
Ashley, listen. Ashley, you're a
This is my
vibe.
OnlyFans.
Ashley, you're a vibe manze, and your vibe needs to be charged for. So, kama mtu ameweka 10k, sasa tumepata ile foundation.
And
Sasa
you still
tunajua.
pay for the bill, okay?
Exactly.
You still pay
Unajua.
for the-
So 2023 tuko na ka business hapo. Ashley and Neville's cooperated.
So 9 out of 10.
It was a 9 out of 10. I mean, it was nice.
What makes it a 9 out of 10
Was
though?
he funny?
He was funny. We had a lot in common as well, which was very interesting. I mean, he was just like, eat whatever you want, baby. Have whatever. I say, bet. Let's go. I didn't even buy by the
So
bottle.
you guys have a lot in common, like what?
Like, we're only children.
Nice. That's a bonding one for sure.
Yeah, we're both Sagittariuses. Yeah, we're both
It's the
Sag.
season, eh?
Yeah,
Okay.
Sag
When's your birthday?
season.
Ilipita.
You said sex season.
Sag.
Sir.
Oh.
Neville,
Oh, he
stop
sent me
it.
plants yesterday, so that's cute. Sent me a
So
bunch of plants.
uchali inaonekana.
Anataka upande miti.
Hey.
Amanda ako kupanda. Amanda ako
Oh, wait,
kupanda.
let me give you the best part. Of course, I'm gonna tell him. I talked about this on the pod anyway. But so he told me he's bringing me a gift on the date. So I was just like, okay. So I'm trying to like figure out what is he gonna bring me, and he said it's edible. So I was just like, haha, don't be funny. Anyway, he brought me 2 nyama bites.
This
So that I
nigga
can
funny.
bite a nyama.
Wow. He sent the message.
Wow. This nigga's like an art director.
His game is on
Anyway,
point, man.
fuck it. I don't want to talk about this nigga anymore. Anatufanya tukae vibaya sana. I know. Get the fuck out of here. Actually, editor,
Oh, wow.
this part should not
Don't
be
cut it out.
Nishapiga
really,
hizi
shout out
shughuli
to you,
kitambo.
Hey.
No, but that.
Pick up your game, guys. Pick up your
Exactly.
game. Let's go.
So is it?
No.
What?
So in case you
wait.
did not hear, Austin asked whether he's going to hit. Ashley did not.
No,
even
but
hesitate.
Ashley wouldn't. You know, Ashley's
What
a
did we
lady.
learn today?
Ashley's a
What
lady.
did we learn today?
Ashley would never
Thank you
expose
for
herself
coming to
like
my
that.
TED Talk.
Ashley's a lady. She would never expose herself like
Thank
that.
you,
Yeah,
Nev.
so.
Thank you.
Oh, that's what we're doing?
Yeah, what's that?
In December.
Father Christmas.
So unasikia? Yeah, man. But the game out here is
Yeah,
is
but even
different.
though game Miko, it's just like Kitam a long time ago when our parents were doing the thing. Are you going to maybe a call box and putting coins in there and making that extra move to call? Ilikuwa the move. Right now, posting someone on social media. Okay, it's kind of the last year's move, but it's still a vibe. If you posted up, si unasikia vizuri?
No.
Hapana.
Walai.
Exposing me.
I'm a target.
Exposing tena. But this is what your ladies do. It's like recently I saw a tweet that says, we don't want flowers in 2023. And I'm like, wait, now flowers is no longer cool?
They cancelled
I don't want flowers.
Bro.
They were just chilling. Bro.
You don't want flowers?
I don't want flowers. Give me house plants. Actually, give me house plants.
You know what?
I don't give that
Let
flowers.
me tell you, yo,
I give you good noodle.
this game has leveled up in so many ways.
Yeah.
Like when I look back at over the years, right? So back in the day there was red wine. Okay, we finished red wine. Oh, I want a bottle of gin. Okay, cool. Oh, gin, what? We want pink gin. Oh, cool. What? Where's the G? What? Now fucking champagne everywhere, right?
Shampoo.
Okay, cool. Champagne. Oh, yeah,
Prosecco.
we've gone through that whole cycle. Cool. Azoo. Motherfucking Azoo.
Out of
Azoo,
nowhere.
a bottle of Azoo is 35,000 at your liquor at a liquor store.
Yeah.
So you can imagine if you're
Retail.
in the club.
Damn, sisi watu watujui Azoo ni nini?
Azoo is that tequila which has like a
Just know you know it.
I know it, but what's our comment section?
So just Google Azoo, right? You know what's crazy? So the Azoo craze, when I first knew about it, was when I was in Lagos. I'd never heard of Azoo, right? When I was in Lagos in Jan. Bro, I'm in the club, I'm just hearing bells being hit. I'm like, Kwani, there's bicycle guys in this club.
I'm a bell ringer.
They're like, my brother, Azoo.
Wow.
So, but you know, Azoo's so fucking expensive, even in Lagos.
You need to tell them why the bell was being rang, because the top is...
It's like a thing, a metallic
metal.
thing. Yeah.
And you can tell we've never... Yeah.
So the bottle, right? So anyway, so I'm in Lagos, right? So one particular Sunday, one of my boys is like, yo, it's my cousin's birthday, right? It's my cousin's birthday. I'm like, so what are we gonna do? He's like, cool, before we go to this party, we have to deliver a bottle of Azoo to my guy. Me, I'm like, god damn, this niggas is balling, man. Okay. There's another $300. I'm saying, I roll two of you. Sisi, wow. Lekki, we're living, Lekki, we're going to some area. It was pretty far, because considering the car fucking overheated. On the bloody, it was, well, that car was also...
It was
Coca-Cola life.
And you notice a lot of motis in Lagos have cooled life like that.
But they're spending $300 on a bottle.
Me, I'm like, fuck it. Let's experience this life. As in, we even parked kando ya barabara. I'm like, who knows me here? We're even chilling up to, where is it? And by then, that was the second time it had overheated in like a span of 3 days. So anyway, manze tukaingia store flani hapo. Hey, tukastop kwa liquor store. Olmeca, tequila, Azoo,
Silver
jaza that thing, but
No.
Olmeca kajaza kwa Azoo. Manze tukafika kwa kuzo yake. We fika the kuzo's like, love.
They did it dirty.
Kumbe wanaijako kama sisi manze. Yo.
The guy is like, love. Manze mpaka wakawasha kindoma hapo wakachoma pamoja. Me, I'm just like, okay. Bro,
Yo,
listen, Olmeca.
Yeah.
Instead of Azoo.
Azoo.
Just like, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, ni ukweli, but that
shit.
reminds me, that trick is such a good trick,
It's world over.
especially at a house party. I've done that before for like something like my 18th birthday or something. Like, well, ilikuwa chupa ya Smirnoff, but Smirnoff was inside a Ciroc bottle. The guys are pulling up to the joint. They're like, yo, man, them is on a Ciroc chain. So yeah, that mixing thing, hey, it wanna come through, and you know when the time is right, because sometimes differentiating a different okay, if you're not a drinking guy, differentiating different types of alcohol with your taste is a hard thing.
It's a hard thing. But you know, I'm glad that we're having this conversation, because we're about to get into Christmas, right?
Yeah.
So Christmas, guys are gonna go
This
to Shags.
weekend. Yeah.
Bruh, this weekend. Let me tell you guys, true story, right? So last year, I had this particular bottle of whiskey. I can't mention it because I have other affiliations, right? So I'm drinking this bottle.
Mentioning all the tequilas.
Tequila ni sawa. But so every time I go Shags, my family, most of them don't catch pints, right? My mom doesn't, my auntie, my cousin, yeah. So most of the time, I'm the one who's charged with buying booze. And when I'm accounting for buying booze, I have to buy for like the guys Choma Nyama, the Wakes, what. You know, it's that your whatever.
Yeah, of course.
And of course, bro, you're not gonna be giving them Johnny Walker Green Label. You know what I mean?
Why not?
Even though when I only drink,
You can tell Andy doesn't consume.
So, true story. So now, I'm on the Johnny. It was an EABL product. So me, I'm on the Johnny. I'm pouring my whiskey, what. I had bought 2 of them. So me, I know this is going to last me like 2 days, the weekend, what. And then I bought like a grants or something for the Mandem. You know, William Lawson, all of that. Bro, my uncle has gotten high. How's he poured for the wake? Like, shwa. I'm looking at this guy like, bro,
What are
not
you
the
doing?
good alcohol.
like, I'm not trying to discriminate on anyone or what, but this is actually a very relatable conversation, because I was talking to so many guys and they're like, bro, Shags is like that. Like one of my guys, Jana, was telling me he once went to Busia. He was working on a certain mission, right? And he was doing some stuff for farmers. Bro, so Hizuko is feeling like, hey, I want
a
Jaeger. Akaambia na huo bartender, hiyo hatuna hapa. So he's like, then the bartender's like, lakini naweza tumana somewhere kwa supermarket. The guy's like, these guys are selling a Jaeger for 3K. More or less the same. It's not how much clubs sell it for you. So he's like, sour. He bought a bottle of Jaeger. He's like, obviously I'm not going to finish this. Akasema, e side kila mtu wekewe short. Bro, he was selling me in shags. Those guys... mpaka waleo they probably hit a statue of him constructed
because of the way he had boosted them up.
Guys wanakunywaga tule tunusu sijui do some of those drinks, man. So it's an interesting time.
But if you look at it for the whiskey and the beers, it's a different conversation because they now go for the harder things. Like even not shags. Let's talk about like here. There was a time where my folks were chomaing nyama, and of course they buy booze for everyone. So of course, the workers were also given like a bottle of whiskey and some beers. One of the guys, he's called Kim Tai. He comes and he tells my dad, hii aikai kama inashika. Tupe ile tunazoea. Ile tunazoea. So literally had to buy a different stock of like beers and different stock of whiskey because it's not equally as strong as what they're used to. So I think it's different depending on what you're drinking as well. It's
man, but anyway, it's going to be an interesting weekend.
Guys should enjoy responsibly.
Guys should enjoy. It's actually it's tricky. It's drink water. You know, we have 2 long weekends coming up. Bro, I'm tired. Huh? Oh, you're working.
Oh,
you're going to work on the 26th.
Bro, let's not go there.
Let's
not go there.
Broski, they don't know the life. They don't know the East African life.
Who are they?
I'm saying they don't know.
Let's say Christmas is observed all over East Africa.
Yeah, Eastern Africa.
You know what I mean? It shall be like 26th is a holiday.
It's a holiday. And 27th also.
You know me, man.
We in there.
But you're working, you know, like I actually, let's not lie to each other. Working through this period, like this week has been extremely hard for me on the radio.
Yep.
Like I'm even reduced my links, nini. Like I could even do like 4 an hour.
You're deep in the holiday mood.
It's not even that, bro. Guys, manze, you're waking up.
You're reading the room.
You're reading the room. You're waking up to go on, like when I check into the show in the morning, 5 something, what. I'm just on Instagram. You're seeing everybody was out.
Summer
bunnies.
They are asleep when you're giving them the vibes.
They're asleep. Let's call it
when
what
you're
it
doing
is.
your first link is when they're getting to their
They're
houses.
They're
asking you, can we pass by? Because they're downstairs there.
So it's such a... and you know you can't bullshit. Because you even look at the traffic, unangalia, akuna. It's just that time. So like, but you know what I've struggled with? So typically when I finish my show, I've got stuff that I do, right? So many of my meetings have been cancelled. Bruh, Jana, imagine I went to Sarit Center, 12 o'clock. I went, looked for books, nini. I even bought a Bible. That's another story.
Why are you pointing at me, bro?
Andy, you remember Bible study? You said
no, I don't remember Bible study.
But on top, like I even sat at Sarit Center by the food court, nikaoda bajia. Yani 1,000 ways to kill time.
Okay.
Yeah, man. But
your holiday season, sasa.
But do you guys struggle with that shit at times when you're just like, how are we actually just gonna...
What are you gonna do with your time?
Like, are you guys not looking forward to Jan to go back to like the resumption of busyness?
No, you're gonna miss the miracles in here, bro. Like, there's so much happening in between. Like, you're looking forward to a moment, but what are you doing with the present? Like, bro, trust me. I understand how crazy these times can get because looking back the past 3 years, I remember how the festive season has been, and I can't sell it or I can't give it away for anything else. You know, I'd rather see what is in store for me this year because the other ones were crazy. So we're going this year. Bro, January is coming. You're going to pay your rent, you're going to pay your bills, you're going to pay school fees and everything. Yeah, you can't avoid those things. You know, it's the longest month of the year, bro. So, am I looking forward to January?
I know.
Let's answer in January, bro.
Yeah. Be in the present, enjoy the moment.
So fucked up, bro. Like, sorry, for the guys who are employed, obviously, who listen to the podcast, would you believe your salary in December is probably supposed to go close to about 45 days?
Yeah.
That is long.
They need to do something.
Because you're paid on like the second last Friday or something?
When I used to work in the agency, right? Very smart. Shout out to Saracen, right? They used to give you a bonus in December. So your bonus would probably come to about 130% of your income. So December you get double your income. Then Jan, they give you an extra 30%.
Hey, which employers are these?
Yeah. So Monday December.
For everyone?
Yeah.
God damn.
You see the smile on his face.
Yo,
Even sat up.
the first time that December they hit me with the whatever.
Yeah, with the bonuses.
With the bonus.
Bana.
I even remember walking into DJ John's office.
I can slap you.
My other guys showed to John. I did that. I was like, yo, John, man, they gave me a bonus.
Just like, come on,
good stuff. Good.
Bro, fanya kitu bwana, do something.
Bro, that shit was actually hilarious. Yo, I was so perplexed. Yo, I'm in the ATM like,
This
and
is
I'm
like
like,
that.
hey, you were just hooked on
Chop
money.
Nani anapewa.
And then I didn't know about the extra 30. Boom, Jan figured like this, man, it's been...
Was it
Bro.
not in contract?
Huh?
Was it
No,
not in
it's
contract?
not in contract. Yeah?
Damn.
So, hey, you don't want to put that shit in your contract.
Before then,
Well, you don't, because now imagine you put it in the contract and you guys have had a bad financial year.
then you still have to give them that amount.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey manze, we pray for guys to be that open manze in
Amen.
workplaces. Yo,
lakini-
mabonus na manini.
lakini even you,
Yeah.
I hear where you work. there's
Relax,
bonuses.
relax. Nacheza chini manze. Nacheza chini. I'm playing it small manze.
Nataka to switch gears
Yeah.
kiasi. I'm glad you're on set manze. Kuna conversation fulani I had with a couple of my female friends and I was shook manze. Like I couldn't believe that I'd never thought about it like that. Okay, we're going to the gutter manze. When we talk about post-nut clarity for the guys, right?
Yeah.
Coming to your senses.
Literally.
Yeah, coming to your senses,
Literally.
you know. So I asked them, what's the female version of
Post-nut clarity.
post-nut clarity? And these babes told me, babes don't need post-nut clarity because the moment she busts a nut, now she won't even care about anything else. She wants you the more the kitchen can burn. So it's the complete opposite of post-nut. Hey, hear me out. This is what I was being told. It's the complete opposite of post-nut clarity. So for a babe to make decisions, if she is in doubt, she'd rather make the decision before busting a nut. Because once you bust a nut, there's no going back.
Well,
It's like you've awakened the beast.
The
and-
demons.
Yeah, the demons. It's demon time now.
Well,
I disagree.
I wanted to hear your perspective.
I disagree. Like if I've made a decision and I know it's not what I want, or if I know like I'm gonna regret it, at the end of it I'm still gonna regret it. Like even if I bust a nut and I'm not gonna fall more in love with someone, but if I really want something, then that might change my attitude towards it depending on how good it was. You get what I mean? Yeah. So it doesn't. Our personal clarity doesn't make. Let me speak personally. Personally, for me, it doesn't make me want the person more or less. Or
So you actually experience post-nut clarity the same way guys do
Yes.
experience it.
Like
Like you
if
come
I-
to your senses.
Yes.
And you're like,
not
maybe I
even
was
come.
just
I
horny.
wouldn't say come to my senses. Well, yeah. Sometimes it's just like, yeah, maybe I was just horny.
Realistic.
Or actually, yes, that was the case. Because sometimes I make a decision and I'm just like, shit, I'll regret this shit. But I still go in and do it, and then afterwards I'm just like, yeah, I knew I was gonna regret it. So let's move.
You know, at times I just wish we were
Actually, you're
like
toxic.
bacteria.
here we go, guys.
Like
know,
back.
I
What?
wish we were just like bacteria. I feel like, you know, like I think about humanity in so many different ways, right? And I think I had this conversation with myself some years back, and I thought about it. As a man, what are your major driving forces, right? Why do men go forward to make all of this money? You get, and a lot of it has to do with women, and like if you look at it from a very animal kingdom perspective, it's us guys. We are animals, right?
Yes.
But we just went ahead and polished it and said, "Oh, social responsibility, what." But in the whole grand scheme of things, why women will always go for the man with with a bit more means, and this man with means can even do so much bullshit, and the woman will not leave as compared. You guys get what I mean, right?
Yeah.
And I just thought to myself, I was like, Yanni, we quantified it towards this, right? In the animal kingdom, it's probably, this is the alpha male, the lion, what. For seahorses, I have the most shells. Mm-hmm. You get so many of this materialistic, like it's so innate. And why I say I wish we were just like bacteria. Bacteria, they have what? Cell division or cell margin, what. Yani there's no pitching and whatever. We just and we're good.
Okay, we just merge.
We just merge, and I'm just like, hi, bacteria 1, bacteria 2. I'm not male, female. Tuko 2.
Wait, what? You wanna give up sex for that,
bro?
No,
but that is their sex.
Like,
no,
bro.
I'm sure it doesn't feel like
that is
reproduction.
That is what
bro.
you call a partnership. It is reproduction.
No, I feel like. It's just, I don't know, like...
Bro, it's like...
I want to say it's anticlimactic, but I want to change my word.
Did you ever try and play with that thing that you dip in the bubbles and you just push it, and the bubbles merge and you're just like, oh my God, this is so fucking good.
But you had to blow something though.
Yeah, you had to blow air. Hot air. That's what you're trying to get at. But you guys get my point. No.
Something has to happen for something else to happen.
I'm challenging you guys to think about it. Imagine if there was no sex. Like imagine.
That's what I'm not trying to imagine.
No. Just imagine. Like guys, imagine if there was no sex. Like you see where all your reproductive organs are? Maybe they weren't there.
That's a hard
what
life.
Are you smoking, bro?
It's a hard knock life,
guys, some of the greatest inventions and some of the greatest theories in life brought up about by challenging
what there is.
Yes. The thought process of what has been normalized. Like, think about it. Without sex,
we wouldn't be here.
No.
Yes.
Well.
Strong point.
Very strong point, right? But now, without sex, but there's a way in which us guys are able to reproduce.
Well, I mean, it's the same way like fishies usually, they don't literally penetrate.
What did you say?
What?
Fishies, like fish.
Fish. Just say a school of fish, man.
A school of fish. Okay, fine. Gosh, I'm trying to be cute, guys.
On the niggas podcast.
Anyway, the way fish usually, the female dumps her eggs and then the male comes and like squeezes his sperms or some shit on it.
That shit is gangster. It's like that shit is.
Ashley,
No,
it's true. That's how they usually.
The proper term to use, Ashley, is it's called a drive-by.
Shoot out the whole club.
Listen, it's a wrap. We're done.
Shoot the club up.
I thought you were gonna say something so scientific.
Nah, it's Calvin.
It's a drive-by. Like.
That's crazy.
Finding Nemo.
Said Finding Nemo. Leave Finding Nemo out of this.
Damn. That's the ghetto right there.
I entertain it because I've watched movies and I don't remember the name of this animation where for a kid to grow up from being a kid to a slightly older kid, they bring spare parts for a grown-up kid. And then now you are disassembled and then now you're assembled. So now it's your intelligence and your conscience.
Like Frankenstein.
That's transferred to now this body. Because the mind has developed, right?
Yeah.
So now the body might as well follow suit. So I can entertain the idea, like sex doesn't need to happen right here.
Because I think about it from so many different perspectives, right? Like I challenge my mind. I think about so many random things. Like I think about if, God forbid, I had an accident and like I was, decapitated, like my lower part of my body, yet my upper side is functioning, what. So I can't have sex essentially, right? So I think about, the woman that I love, is she still gonna be with me? Because now I look at it from the part of women who've left men, like in Central, they say, they were not having sex with us and us guys had our needs. So now me, clearly I can't, and I can't finger you for life.
What that tongue do though?
Use your tongue.
What that tongue do though?
But bro.
No, but bro.
It gets to a point. So you guys.
What that shoulder do? Bro, you can come up with a new move, yo. And that shoulder, dude.
Uko shoulder lean is your favorite song. Shoulder back.
Wewe na red sun uko sema tamu.
Unatumia tu dem playlist. Shoulder back, shoulder lean.
Fat Joe, lean back. Lean back.
Dust off your shoulder. Those are your things. You get. So like typically that's how me I usually think. Because I wonder. Because life is about like so many different scenarios that you don't know about, man.
They're called high thoughts, cousin.
Yeah,
we see you.
No.
Yeah. Can come to the chop shop.
I don't be on the shrooms.
Okay, elevated thoughts.
Elevated. It's like the other day, man. I saw that video of Salva Kiir. My man just,
wetting
himself. And everyone was like, yo, what? Nini, what?
The cameraman
and I was having a conversation about it. And I was having a conversation about it at the pub. And guys were like, bro, this shit is actually happening to many men. And when we started talking about it, I remembered some time back, I was in a supermarket and I saw so many male diapers, right? So for me, I've heard about the male diapers in the movies, right? But do I know anyone who's using? No, I don't, right? But I've heard about it from like the effects of Mira, Nini, what? You put the player on the bench, but the player still wants to dribble. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I get. Yeah,
so,
breaking those boundaries.
Imagine if, say for instance, that happened to me. Now you guys gotta dike me up.
No, we don't.
Why
no,
we?
They have diapers which are like panties, but
No, that's your
I
daughter.
feel like also with age comes a lot of things because now the adult diapers are mainly for like way older people.
Yeah.
But we also have to consider that like we see very old people who, still talk about love or still talk about the libido or still whatever. But what's happening to the older ones who actually don't, I don't know, go through these things or to experience their libido.
Yeah, and there's also medical conditions that could make someone end such a situation where they need, say it's AIDS or anything.
It's crazy.
But it's a medical condition that maybe requires them.
Like, so if like, say, Andy, you're never pretty close. If you had ED, would you tell him?
What's ED?
Erectile dysfunction.
Damn, it depends. If he's trying to work on my shorty and it's not working, hey man, like, what's up, nigga? I got ED. That's how I would only accept it. The other ways, nah, man.
I think in a moment of vulnerability, like niggas usually can assess, like maybe read the room, like, oh, this is actually a serious conversation. Like my boy is being vulnerable right now. There is no room for jokes at the moment because niggas after everything has been dealt with, now the jokes can come, right?
Once you've gotten the stamina back, hey, we're on the jokes, man.
Imagine. This sounds like Friday the movie. Andy Nev. Okoko too.
Ni drink unavuta kutoka kwa straw.
Juzi nimejaribu kusimama cho.
Aisimami.
Manzi najaribu kupunga ma 3.
What?
Isimame.
What?
Hakuna. Gani imesema
We don't understand you,
Hey guys, let's remember that during this episode
Festive season.
there's gonna be lockdown session. Karaoke.
It's the Christ's
My brain
birthday and we're over here.
Man. Lockdown sessions tonight. Karaoke, Fabianski, Fabish, karaoke, Fabish, lockdown sessions. What?
Is that the Swahili term? Kupunga.
Siseme tu
kupunga ni kupunga hewa.
Unapunga nini?
No, there's another thing that in Coast they say. You guys clearly haven't been to Coast now.
You're the same one who's asking us.
I think it's... Wait. It's punge. Ask your consult your Swahili.
Wait,
There's some shit like that. Yeah, like when you're telling it to slow down, there's an actual...
term.
Yeah, let me Google it. Kupunga.
And you think Google is better than us.
There's a Swahili nini. Kupunga.
Anyway,
I didn't know
also,
about that one.
Grouchy's going to be on the wake-up call. Don't forget, buy our merchandise. Go on our website and buy our merchandise.
Guys, someone asked me why we only do 1 hour podcast.
Kwani, how long should we do?
Oh.
They want something. Oh my god. they want something that runs a bit longer than 1 hour.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
What are your thoughts? Mnafikiria aje story?
It's perfect.
It's perfect.
Yeah, where it is right now. So hold
That's
up.
what she
So Oh,
right there, baby, right there.
Andy's been on that trajectory for like 3 months now. He always throws that nini.
No,
actually,
no.
I'm correct.
I was legit asked by someone. Yeah.
It's actually correct. Kupunguza mwendo, kupunga. Yeah, goddamn. And I thought I failed in Swahili.
Okay. And nobody say that.
I don't think it is,
guys,
but it's fine.
We can't not talk about the World Cup.
Yes, let's talk about the World Cup.
Damn. What are your thoughts, man?
Yeah.
I really
This is how you know someone who doesn't watch football like that.
I think I was a neutral for this World Cup. So whoever won, I was behind them. So our goat Messi.
But
dear, Andy.
Mimi nilikuwa na wildcard team yangu manze Japan but tulichujwa mapema. I actually
Akina
enjoyed
Kim.
But I really enjoyed the third place match, Croatia and Morocco. And honestly, that's the finals I wanted to see. Underdogs. Like, yeah, we all know France is capable. We all know Argentina is capable. We don't doubt them, not one bit. Of course, the showdown was mad. And Qatar delivered a World Cup that we never even thought.
Best World Cup ever.
Yeah, best World Cup ever, you know. So, all in all, it was very intense. It was more intense than I expected it to be, especially the finals. Mad respect to Mbappe. Mad respect to Mbappe.
That Kylian kid.
Yo,
he just turned 24 Tuesday.
24, yeah.
Project Mbappe is still on.
Yeah, Project Mbappe is still on.
Bro.
Yeah.
Like, first and foremost, a lot has been said about it's so interesting, right? Watching BBC and a lot of like English press and Western press have really slandered the World Cup, right? Saying, oh, you know, even if they delivered, it was still very what? You know, at least I'll give them, they've been consistent from the beginning of the World Cup when they tried to attack the president, and the president was like, bro, listen, if we're going to throw stones, you guys can also...
everybody.
You can go with it too,
But for me, man, I think whatever PR agency was gotten to run this shit, it's fucking nuts.
Amazing job.
Like,
also, the biggest PR in itself is the game.
Yeah.
I feel as if just two nations, this is not even about a club or anything, because it was also funny to me to see American athletes tweet out. LeBron was there tweeting, hey, Kylian the GOAT, Messi the GOAT.
Yeah.
You know, and all these Western medias, and when they look at sports on their side, they think Super Bowl is the biggest sporting event.
They call it World Championship.
Exactly. And when you compare viewership between the Super Bowl
104B.
Exactly, it's way miles away. So for me, the World Cup already, the game itself, it reunites us in a way. It unites us in a way that goes beyond our human understanding. It's like music. Like when football is being played, yes, you might not be, understanding it, but once you start watching it, you get the dynamics, and it brings us together. So it was hard not to be part of this World Cup in any kind of way. It was all in our faces.
Sure.
It was that kind of event. But I appreciate that we also got to see the exit of one generation with Messi and Ronaldo, and the entry of Kylian Mbappe, ZH from Morocco. We have all these other
new guys,
new guys who are coming to the front. So that's also good to see as a football fan,
and a new nation hosting. I mean, Saudi Arabia. That whole Middle East.
It's not America. When for it to go to America,
it's going to America, Canada, Mexico.
There's gonna be visa restrictions. Everyone on the team.
Funny, we were discussing that yesterday. But even before we go to the next World Cup, right? New teams and all of that. Do you know why I say this was the best PR ever? So had France won, it wouldn't have been a romantic story as Argentina winning. By no way, right? So this is a man who 34, he's literally at his career end. Right? 36 years since they've won a World Cup. And
it was the first for him to ever win.
Exactly.
The World Cup.
It was won before he was born, right? And on top of that, so Argentina's been going through some severe economic crisis, like very, very bad, right? Like I was watching CNN and they were saying this is one of the things that has unified them as a country in a hot minute.
Did you see the parades that were in Buenos Aires? Over 4 million people. They even had to airlift Messi out of that place.
Like it's think about what that does, it's nuts. Like that sense of hope. You know that can spiral a lot of economic change.
Yeah.
Like guys have
nationalism.
You're just like, fuck it, man. 36 years. Word. We've not need big word a lot. Spiral.
And let me ask you this, Ashley. Ladies, y'all had, let me say, y'all are kind of forced into watching football.
Well, not all of us.
Yeah. Because it's not the sport that y'all are running to either way. There's F1 now, and whatnot.
Wow.
Hey, Lewis. Anyway, so. So is it like a relief that the World Cup is over, or this is just like back into the Premier League now?
Honestly, it's the same thing. It's the same cycle. Football is always gonna be there. I personally actually watch football. I watch the World Cup in my house once in a while.
Where would you support Somalia?
Rashford?
Of course I was watching because I'm a fan too.
Niggas was in Paris.
But no, actually my team was Croatia.
Nice.
My first team was Croatia. The last World Cup they went to the final, so
you've been consistent on that Croatia thing.
Yeah,
how did you get there?
No, they were on the final at the finals the last
how
World
did you
Cup.
get to supporting Croatia?
Because they played a really good game the last
truth.
World Cup.
It looks like you've got a very Caucasian porn category.
Wow.
I wasn't gonna go there.
No, I entertain it.
Actually,
What's
the word? Croatia, they're what are they, Nordic or something?
Yeah.
Those people who are whiter than white.
Hey, Kweli.
Because why is even Croatia, bro?
You get bro,
deep.
Western Europe,
I like that.
Is that Western Europe or something, right?
We see what you like.
Eastern Europe,
We see what
Are
you
you
like.
down with my sex category?
Eastern Europe. Bro, like who? Croatia.
Yeah. But then, of course, Argentina was number 2 for me.
Then again, their jersey looks like a lot of mini red flags.
Ungeachia tu hapo.
Yeah, Modric pole.
I'm done.
Modric pole, but also,
but at the same time, actually, after World Cup, of course, Premier League is gonna start, right?
Yeah, man, we're in there this weekend.
Exactly, it's already started, so it doesn't make a difference. Even if I'm waiting for Mandem or if there's even one to come to.
You're sure the supporting of Croatia doesn't have?
No correlation.
No correlation. Okay. Also, we've had also. I think I want to talk about something slightly. Y'all can shed your light on this. There's a big events that happened this week. Shara Jimani, he killed his set with Walshy Fire. That was one for the books for sure at Tattoo City. Yeah. And also at that same night there was a whole host of other events. Soulfest did their thing with Sauti Soul. I think NSG also on the same night. And just to bring it back to the end,
NSG was Friday.
Was Friday, the previous night. Just to bring it back to that, as we're ending the year. Personally, I've gone through cancel culture. Y'all are my guys. You've experienced it. You've seen how it was. NSG, before they went on to perform, there was a bit of pull me, I pull you. There was like a drama. There was some circumstances. The guys were like, we are not going to go there. We are going to cancel you guys. Nini. Fast forward to Soulfest, and when you go to Twitter, there's usually watu walikuwa on ground wali experience, alafu watu wa Twitter wali experience yao, So the guys who are online, of course, they had everything to say, and in the end, guys were saying also, our goats can't do ABCD, let's shut them down. You understand? So I don't know how you guys feel about cancel culture as we move on years and years. Is it a real thing? Is it a fake thing? Because to me, yes, it has effects, but I'm not really buying into it like that. I don't know what you guys have to say.
Honestly, I feel like culture cancel right now is for the gram or for the tweets. Because look at NSG. Guys had already started canceling them. Did you see how packed that venue was? When people have already started saying, I'm not going. You're saying that so that you can be seen on the Twitter streets or on the gram, that you're actually supporting a movement. But then, at the same time, you're still going to show up, aren't you? How many times have people said, we're not going for this, we're not going for that, we're not doing this again? They still show up. So I feel like it's
like a mob mentality.
Yeah, it's a mob mentality, and you want to be a part of it so bad that you succumb to it. But then at the end of the day, you're still gonna make your own decision, and you're still gonna do what you said you're not gonna do online. So just I don't know, just be real about shit.
It says a lot, right?
Like,
I like how you've particularly put it, right? There's a lot of mob mentality out here. A lot, right? And for me, it's a bit worrying because that means there's a lot of people who are not going to make some serious life decisions based upon what they want to do, how they feel, how they want. You get, I'll do such and such because my clique did. I don't have a problem with people having a clique, but you do realize, it gets to an age, as you approach your 30s, bro, you've lost all of these ninjas. You're probably not left with 3 people or 4 people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't have that whole mob mentality, what. But at the end of the day, I always base this conversation to do with cancel culture from the fact that we're all journalists. You can't just rush to say this and this, right? It has to be a representation of both sides of the coin. Because how many times have you seen people, like when I watch some movies, someone went to jail for like 27 years, or because people were like, oh, the jewelry, the what? And then these fuckers are now crying. They're like, oh, we should have taken more time to. There's always 2 sides to a story, however you put it. But the law and, everything about being human should be centered upon that. Okay, cool. So you accuse me of something. Sour, fair point. You've said that. What is my take on this? If there's video evidence, sour, let's internalize it. Let's see what exactly is going on. But we just can't be those people who jump on a bandwagon and just... And you see, the craziest thing about it is I don't think people understand. Like, say, for instance, I live and move away from NSG. Sauti Soul. Bro, Sauti Soul, I even said it today on the radio. I was like, in as much as people are saying, yo, they performed late, I look at it from a different side. Sour, cool. But Sauti Soul put on so many guys to perform on that day.
Oh, yeah.
Octo, Fena, Femi, Matata, them guys just landed there
Brooklyn
the day.
Boys.
Brooklyn, what.
Charisma.
They put their people who technically wouldn't have a platform. I mean, they have shows and everything, but you guys get
on a big stage. On a good
stage. They're the big boys, right?
Yeah.
They put them on a big stage.
Yeah, they're pushing people.
The culture. But everyone is just like, oh, you guys kept us, you guys kept us. Let's be objective. You get? Like, at times it's not good to just be one track. The objective of it, guys were there, right? Sour. Guys enjoyed the DJs, grouchy, nini, all of that. So for me, at times I feel like it's fucking noise, and that is why I guess it doesn't last that long. That's why guys will be on Twitter. Same people are
on the event.
A few months ago, weren't we saying we were not going to some club in West T because they were doing ABCD?
Yeah.
Now, when you hear it's open, they're so it's a thing I guess we are still also learning about with social media, with cancel culture. Andy, you've not said anything. Able to tell me about cancel culture and what you think about it. Is it something we are still getting used to? Ama ni kitu tunafaa to adapt to?
I was watching the OA on Netflix the other week, and there's one particular scene that really got my attention.
You're watching what?
The OA.
OA, what's that?
The Original Angel. It's on Netflix.
Oh, okay.
So there's an incident where this babe is seeking some help. She needs something, and she sees a house, and she's like, you know what? Let me go here. There seems to be some activity.
Yeah.
I just might get some help. Going there, it's a bully who is running game, like he has some counterfeit things he's selling, just a shady guy, right? But she doesn't care. She's like, I need this and this. Well, how can we help each other? And this guy had a dog. So being a bully, he's like, get out of here. She had a camera, right? So snatches the camera and he's like, this is, this is what I have to take for you disturbing my peace and wasting my time. Vamos, disappear, or I'll let the dog on you. He actually let the dog on her. Beat her, nini, she managed to contain the situation and all that. And later on down the line, this boy, being the one who is bullying everyone around him, including her, and he hurt her more later on. And she is the only person who never even did anything bad to him. She even used to embrace him even after she's done something wrong to him. And I was like, me as the person who's viewing this, I feel like beating up the boy, right? But the person who is being afflicted directly is doing the complete opposite. Why? And to tie it in with cancel culture, I feel like whenever we have a situation where someone is on the stage or on the stand and people are weighing whether they should cancel that person or not, let's look beyond that. How did this person get here? And is canceling them going to do anything to improve the situation, or is just going to be domino effect, like, oh, this is what happens when you do this and this. Now the fear spreads. People can't even be as honest. People fear saying the wrong things. People fear working for certain brands. Now you see, out of people's anger, and in that moment, yes, you have your own reasons as to why you feel some type of way, but did we resolve the issue the best way that we could, or we just acted out of being angry? You know, like, me, I'm angry right now. Yo, no job, no money for that person, you know, cancel them, they should get employment.
Or being influenced to
you
be
know,
angry.
that doesn't help
being
anyone.
Influenced also.
That doesn't help anyone, you know. So that's my stand on the cancel culture. Like, I feel the more we learn to actually address the issue, you know, because a bad kid who is in school not performing well and getting into trouble, he's the one who needs that school more than the student who is performing.
True.
You know, that is why he is there. This other guy who is performing, the A student, he doesn't need the school. Him is good. It's the one who is struggling, the one who is always in trouble, you know. So that's how I view it. We have to just take, you know, a chill pill, you know, come off the high horse. We all make mistakes, you know, and address issues as they are, not as we are or as we see them. Yeah.
Okay. That's a good note to end on.
This is open mic kama hivi
moja.
How far in are we?
We have been
1 hour. Manze wamesema 1 hour ni kidogo lakini ni sawa. Hi Andy, hope your week has been good.
Yeah, the way that one has started. Hey, kwisha sisi.
Yeah. I have another question for Mike's. There have been so many stories about guys inviting girls in their houses and getting robbed. Sometimes the guys don't even know much about the girls. One, who do you invite to your house in general? What's the criteria you use? 1B, how does this apply to someone you want or like? Then question number 2, are there people you'd never invite in your house? And lastly, 2B, what's your take on group invites to your house and not necessarily parties?
20 marks. Tuanze pole pole. Let's the first question as we tackle it as we move.
Who
First
do you invite
question,
in your house in general? What's the criteria?
But I've heard that story, but that's a good one. I've a friend of mine, I think, linked up with someone on a dating app, and you know, the way as a guy you can be, you don't want to go outside, so you just want to actualize things in the crib, you know. So he was like, yo, Shores, you pull up, I make for you a meal, nini. Shore pulled up, and my guy was drugged. Aliekewa ka something nini, akiamka hivi
Story ilianza like this.
Kijana alijipata kwenye floor manze, hakuna. The only thing they left in his house was the carpet where they put, like, you see the way maybe you can be seated somewhere and then you fall down on the carpet and guys just can't wrap up the carpet with you. So they left the carpet, but they actually did the real deal. Yeah, so he lost most of his furniture, but karibu Nairobi, you know, that's how you're introduced to Nairobi. How are you in Nairobi?
It's such a brilliant question, right? And I can answer it from 2 sides of the what do you call it?
Spectrum.
The fence. First and foremost, right? You're aware that a lot of people die out of this been spiked story and all of that, right? Fam, me, I don't advise people to do these things of chotain guys, what, taking them back to the crib. You never know, right? Fam, it's dangerous. Literally, people have died, lost money, and you know the repercussions are endless, right? So just hold.
Yeah.
Now, on my other side of town,
Rarua.
me, if you had Chotada babe come to my crib, nigga, you ain't leaving Fort Knox.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
BM security. Unaambia umetoka kwa Calvo na carpet aje?
It's impossible.
Bro,
It's fucking impossible. You've been there, right?
Yeah.
It's not.
Okay,
no,
that's
but
why
I
you get what I mean.
that's some area. Kuna area zingine walai unatoka na
exactly. That is why I've said.
From
both
sides of it. Yeah. Because like my guy in his area, there's no caretaker. The gate is wide open. When guys see things being moved, they think, oh, another person is hamaing. So you understand. So sometimes it's not really your thing, and sometimes you might think it might not happen to you because you might be out there. You think, but
for me, like, security is so big for me. There was a day I drove in with someone else and they didn't stop them to ask. And I actually put down the window and I was just like, you don't know where this person is going. Have you ever seen this car before? They're like, no. And I'm like, you have to ask. Because usually you have to ask where you're going unless they know the cars. The cars that they know, which is like mine or the two friends that usually show up a lot, or the three friends that show up a lot, then you have to ask. Because that gives so much room for someone to actually just walk out or drive out.
But also, having said what I've said, right, it's still... If you're in my position, it's still not advisable. Still go back to my previous statement. To be barbering people. It might not be property, right? But this person may... decide, okay, cool, maybe ATM card, what, you get. The repercussions are still there. And when they spike me, maybe I have an underlying condition. So now that's gotta be murder over there. You get. Yeah, that is why when you look at these apartments, whenever these security guards, by there they tell you, write your name, your ID. What. Just make it easy for them. Some of these guys are arrested for some... And when you see them telling you, right... This nigga's trying to protect his livelihood. Because if the cops come, his mandate is to provide evidence. Where's the ID? What? That is how the trickle-down effect of, Facts. Yeah. And for me, like me, I tell my security guards, bro, even if there's a delivery,
call me first.
Glovo, they're like, sir, kuna delivery. You could tell like that. So to answer that question, okay, now on to the second bit, group ninis.
What was the second question?
No, two groups.
Not.
So the first question was, who do you invite criteria? And or someone you like. How does this apply to someone you like or want?
Inviting over someone you like.
Yes, how does this apply to someone you want
or
like? You
gotta vet these people, guys. You have to vet people.
I feel like, guys, guys, protect the energy of your
peace,
crib. You can't just have everyone.
Yo, I have this very big rule, and I think all my friends know, I have this very big rule. If you're coming with someone,
fuck those people.
Firstly, you have to let me know, and if I say no,
fuck those people.
No. I don't want something for, my friend, have I met them? Do I know them?
Avoid those people.
Yeah, I don't care.
Avoid those people.
There are very specific people who come to my house, and those specific people are the ones who are going to stake. If I don't know you like that, you're not coming to my house clean. Even if I've met you how many times, you're not coming to my house. Also, I watch a lot of serial killer shit, so I'm not trying to...
Yeah. So groups, right?
Yes.
I summarize it as I summarize it as this. You know how guys have their close friends?
Yeah.
On Twitter?
Yeah.
On Instagram.
Yeah, IG.
Close friends or your
And
streaks,
Snap.
whatever you guys call it, streaks on whatever. The way you've let those people into your life to see what. That's the same way you treat your house and having people over. You don't invite people to your house like when you have a barbecue. Are you trying to invite people you won't particularly enjoy their company at? You don't want someone who's going to be there, I'm a trauma, and you just don't fucking like it. So you now have to have awkwardness of like, bro, could you fucking leave? So what do I know?
Touching on that as well, even you going to other people's places.
I was just about to bring that in.
Yeah, you going to other people's places. Like for me, if I'm going somewhere with someone, maybe the person knows me well and good, but the invite was extended to you, not me. I will ask, does this person know I'm coming?
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you told them? Are they okay with it? If they haven't, I'll definitely ask you to ask.
Yeah.
Because you don't know if that person wants my energy there.
Clearly, assumptions is a big thing because you might be my friend and I'm tagging you and I'm assuming since we are friends, you're going to be okay with it. And maybe that's not the energy you're trying to you bring it to that situation. So I'm glad you brought that up. So assumptions pia tuweke kando. Don't assume someone. Also, don't assume someone is going to feed you because you have gone to their place.
That too.
Sure. But also, as we wrap, because we've been going on. Yeah. I think a very important point as a side note for his questions. Now on the inverse, right? People also need to know when to leave.
Yes. Oh,
we've touched on
especially
that,
now in party season. Ukioka house party ya mse, ukiona host ameanza kusafisha nyumba, it's your time to go. The host is putting back the chairs in the mom's room. You need to go, my guy.
I've become very blunt about it. I usually ask, what time do you want me to leave? As in, cleaner, would you like me to leave right now?
Yeah.
Like, straight up just ask. Be very blunt about that shit.
Yeah. So, guys, as we conclude, this episode, of course, drops on Friday. No, what am I talking about? This is Friday today, baby. It's Friday today, baby. So from the mics are open, the good company, we want to wish you and yours
a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
I want to wish you a Merry. See, they put a dancehall beat to this.
I want to wish you a Merry
Christmas
and a happy. Hey, why
God damn.
We're Jamaicans, man.
Jesus was winding the waist too.
Jesus was in Afrobeats. He would be doing the Soweto.
I've just realized, and it's his birthday.
Exactly.
Man, they celebrate the reason for the season. Plus the number of virgins is up. So
yeah.
God
damn. Number of virgins is up.
Listen. That's been the mics are open. Merry Christmas. Adios. Boom. Catch you next week.
Yeah, we love
Adios,
you.
Man.
Be safe. Wish you a Merry Christmas.
Christmas.
Hey.